Okay, so hey guys, so this is going to be part 3, hopefully the final part of my experience at the Sorrel Wheat House. So getting back onto the subject, I'm sorry I had to wait a couple minutes, hours, because my dad was downstairs, and I kind of get tongue-tied when I get nervous, so I get tongue-tied a little bit. And my dad was downstairs, and he was trying to talk to me, and I was trying to do the video, and it was really back and forth, and it was just a whole mess of things. So I had to wait till my daddy went to bed, and I got ink on me, wonderful. And I think my mother's coming in. So I don't know. So like I was saying, we kept hearing a female and a male talk and walk back and forth. And we had done the tour and everything, and throughout the tour we still heard them. We just thought that it was maybe another tour going on at the time, and so that's that. So now I'm vlogging this whole experience, my Savannah vlog. I'm vlogging it and everything, and right as I get to the door to the office, I smell like this heavy lacquer smell. And I did point it out in the video. I said, "Ooh guys, I smell a lacquer smell. I just got a lacquer smell," or somewhere along that line. And I thought it was just me. I thought it was just the door or something, And throughout the tour, I just remember feeling really, really sick and really nauseous, like to the point where I was gonna throw up. And I thought I was dehydrated because we had been walking around and so on and so forth. So I thought maybe I'm just a little dehydrated. And I did have water with me, and I was wearing my amethyst with me. So I was wearing amethyst at the time, my amethyst pendant that I got from Earthbound. Love that store. So I had my amethyst on, and I thought, well, maybe I'm just getting a little dehydrated, a little woozy, the heat's getting to me. So I took a couple drinks of my water, a couple sips of my water and everything, and it seemed to help for like a couple of seconds, but then I got like, it came back with like a vengeance. Like, it was horrible. And then right as the tour guide had said, the reason why the room was round was because they thought spirits kind of hide, and this was a time where hoodoo, voodoo and stuff was very feared, especially if you had slaves from Africa and certain areas of the world. You would have a lot of voodoo practice, and a lot of things where a lot of these people were afraid that their slaves were doing this stuff to cause harm to them and their families. So that was the whole reason for the room being oval or round. That was where their meals were served. That was where they did a lot of things. So we get in there and everything, and he's talking. He was like, this was where their meals were served every night. And I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures, and I'm vlogging and everything. And he said, and right at the specific point where he said, now of course you guys are probably wondering, where are these slave stairs? And he pulled this red door. He pulled that out, and there were the stairs leading down to the basement, the slave stairs. I remember telling him, I said, "I'm sorry, I can't go down there." And he said, "Why?" I said, "I'm feeling really nauseous. I feel really ill and really faint. I just need to step out. Can I step out and come back in?" And he was like, "Yeah, just tell so-and-so at the desk out there, just tell so-and-so at the desk that you're just stepping out for a minute, and then she'll lead you back in through the way of the basement." Now, the entrance to the basement was under the front porch. So, I tell him, hang on, I have to plug in my computer. So as I'm doing this whole thing, I tell her, I step out, and the stairs are pretty steep. They're stone stairs. And I look at that. So as I'm telling him this whole experience and everything, I'm telling him, I feel really faint, I feel really ill, I just need to step out. I told the lady at the front desk, I told her, I said, She said, "Are you okay? How come you're not with the group?" I said, I don't feel good. I said, I feel really ill and just very faint and nauseous. And she had said, well, do you want me to get you some water? And at that point, I said, no, ma'am, I'm fine. I have water with me. And she was like, well, that's okay, Then she goes, well, I've had a lot of other people tell me the same thing. I've had a lot of other people feel very nauseous too, but it's mostly, and she was telling me that a lot of people don't feel nauseous until they go into the carriage house. And we couldn't go into the carriage house because at the time it was still under renovations, or they were just trying to fix it up. And so we get there, we're doing outside, and I'm taking pictures and everything, and I got into the basement, and I felt fine. Once I got into the basement, I felt fine. There was still some nausea lingering and stuff, but it wasn't as bad as it was when I was upstairs. So we were getting into the basement, and the son used to practice his surgery downstairs in the basement, and that's why they had the two separate rooms. Was for him to do one was his office and one was his surgical room. Now downstairs there is a couch, a very old, lovely couch, and it is a couch original. I think it's original to the house. I'm not sure, but it is a dark wood couch and has a kind of pinkish, kind of red upholstery to it. And for some reason, he was like, the tour guide was like, if anybody wants to sit on the couch, you can. Y'all are welcome to sit on the couch. If anybody wants to sit on the couch, go ahead and sit on the couch. And I just remember thinking, I am not sitting on that couch. There is something wrong with that couch. I am not sitting on it. And then last night, I was looking up the sorrel weed house, and I'll tell you all this at the end of this video. So we get done, and we get to the back, and he was telling us, you can see the footprints or the handprints, the fingerprints of the slaves who actually built the stone. They're in the stone. So he was telling us, he gets to the point where in the story, and he gets to the point where he caught Matilda, he was telling us how Matilda had caught Molly, her slave, with her husband, Francis, and how they were having an affair, and that she was so upset that she ran upstairs and jumped from the second or third building of the house. Now, in that video, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you have to listen really, 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 really good in order for you to hear the EVP. I'm going to go ahead and